Hey guys, so for today's video I'll be talking about the Eurovision Song Contest for 2016, and just as a disclaimer, this isn't a K-pop video, so if you're expecting for me to talk about K-pop here, sorry. But if you're interested in learning about the song contest or what I have to say about the songs that I want for them to win, like which country I want, or which songs I like the most, then stick around and just keep watching. For most of my subscribers are from North America, so just as a small description of this whole contest is basically a bunch of countries in Europe and some outside Europe participate in a contest. The song has to be 3 minutes and 5 seconds long. One entry per country, and there's a semifinal 1, semifinal 2, and then the final. For the final, the big five, which are Germany, Italy, Spain, the UK, and France. I think I said all five. Those are the ones that participate in the final regardless of anything. So people vote for certain songs from semifinal 1, semifinal 2, and those move on to the final, and then whoever gets the most votes from each country wins the contest, and then the winning country gets to host the contest the next year. I know, just as another disclaimer, it's a very, I guess, a little bit political when it comes to the voting, because when the live votings, they go from country to country, and each country gives a certain amount of points to a song, and it goes from 1 to 7, then 8, 10, and 12. But I don't want to make this whole video explaining the contest. If you really want to know more about it, of how it works, just Google it or watch a video of the voting, so you could get an idea of what it looks like, because it's kind of difficult to explain in a short amount of time. Other than that, I know some of the songs, not all the songs are great. Just the fun of this whole thing is there's some good songs, there's some bad songs, there's just some silly songs, but it's really entertaining to watch because you really get to see all these different type of artists, and then some of them you can see a lot of their cultures, and it's something positive that can bring Europe together in a way, even though it does get a lot of controversy with the whole voting and everything. So putting that aside, it's a very entertaining show to watch every year. So I'll be talking about my top, let me see, because I have them right here, my top 8 songs that I like or that caught my attention. So within those, I at least want at least one of them to win. Yeah. So if you are interested in watching the contest this year, I definitely recommend watching it. It's pretty entertaining to watch. So I know it's not a big deal in the US. So it's pretty entertaining otherwise. So for the so I'm gonna go from A to first, my 8th being my least favorite of my top ones. So I mean, I still like it, but there's 40 something entries, so I wasn't gonna make a list from 40 to number 1. No, so mainly only like 8 songs that I really, really enjoy. So for the 8th spot, I have Italy with Francesca's song Nessun grado di separazione, which means no degree of separation. So I'll play a little snippet of the song. So if you haven't heard it, you get to hear it. So it's a little pop ballad in Italian, and I know there's as of more recently in these last few years, a lot of the entries are in English, and that's one of the things that it's like it could either make it or break it for me, because I actually enjoy when the specific country uses its native tongue. So I'm really happy Italy has been choosing songs in Italian to submit for the contest. So I like the song. It sounds like for me, like the general type of Italian pop ballad, which I really enjoy. Last year, Il Volo should have won, or the Polina Gagarina, which was from Russia, but Sweden won, but no hate. So if you like pop or slow songs, that's a good song to listen to. So hopefully she ranks in the top 10, because the song is really pretty. And then for my 7th spot, I have Denmark, which it's like a trio called Lighthouse X, and the song's called Soldiers of Love. Even though, okay, I'm not like the song's a little bit on the cheesy side, but as of what's been going on in Europe with the Paris attacks and then the bombings in Brussels, I think this song can really bring some positive positivity to Europe, because the lyrics are very wanting to be more together, which is kind of like the purpose of the contest. So it's a good message to have in a song, especially in a show that's watched by like over 200 million people. So, bring some positivity to this whole thing. And then because there's a lot of anti-Muslim movements in Europe, and it's just a mess right now. So it's something that can influence somebody who's watching the show to just put aside that, and then just not fight against just religion and politics. So just enjoy the music and bring more countries together. So here's how part of the song sounds like. So yeah, it's a little bit cheesy, but it's something good for people to listen to, especially with what's been going on. And then for the 6th spot, I think I picked Norway's entry. The singer's called Agnete, and her song's Icebreaker. The song, it reminds me a lot of what something Sia would do, and it sounds a little bit like Euphoria. So it shifts between the songs, so it's like more of like a dance track, and then it just, during the chorus part, it completely changes into like another song, but it works it works though. So this is what the song sounds like. So, and I like the theme of the icebreaker because, Norway, like, is a Scandinavian country and it's pretty cold up there. So, I hope she pulls it off well, during if she makes it to the finals. So, then we have, for my fifth favorite is Austria's entry with Zoe, with her French song, Loin d'ici. And I really liked this song. At first, I was like, when I was looking at some of the entries a couple weeks ago, it caught my attention. Then I went back to listen to it. It's a really pretty song. Then again, really happy it's not in English. I know Austria mainly speaks German, so it's pretty interesting that they picked a French song for their entry this year. And it's even better because you get to see more different type of songs, because a lot of these songs are sung in English now. It's a kind of like a fairy tale type of song. I really, really like it. It's really cute. I'm not the biggest fan of the stage of her performance that she had when they were, I guess, voting for this whole thing. So hopefully they get to fix that a little bit more. But it's a pretty song, and I really like the voice. I like her voice. So here's what the song sounds like. So, really pretty song. I hope she places in the final as well, because it's really different to what everyone else is doing. It's like a little fairy tale song, so makes the show more diverse. And then for fourth, I picked Azerbaijan's entry, which is by a singer called Samra, and her song's called Miracle. And it's actually it's very similar to what Azerbaijan does. They usually pick ballads, really, really strong ballads. And they usually do really well. So I think this will definitely be within the top 10. But you never know with the show. Like, sometimes some of the great songs, they end up like being like near the last ones. So this is what the song sounds like. So, very nice voice, and I'm really expecting for her to have an interesting stage, because usually Azerbaijan does a really good job at staging this whole their performances when they send a song. And then for my third spot, I have France, which is really shocking because in the past France hasn't really picked really good songs. They just pick random people and that I've from what I've seen that nobody knows. But this guy apparently is from The Voice France, who participated 2 or 3 years ago. His name is Amir, and the song's called Ja Cherche, and half the song is in English and half the song's in French. The chorus is in English, and the other parts are in French. So it's kind of interesting that they still kept the French aspect, which I like, and then an English chorus so the general international audience could understand a little bit what he's saying, which is kind of smart. The song's very catchy, so hopefully France finally gets a good response, because it's been a while since they've gotten a positive response because they haven't really taken the contest seriously for the past few years. So here's what the song sounds like. So that is Amir's Ja Cherche, and I really enjoy the song. It's really catchy. Okay, so for my second spot is Malta's entry with Ira Losco's Walk on Water. At first, when I first heard the song, I wasn't like really extremely into it, but I guess when I heard it on other previews, when I was watching some other people's like top charts or like their top songs, it came up a lot, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to listen to it, and it grew on me a lot. And I think from what I've heard, she participated on the contest a couple years back as well, and she, I think, ended up in second place. So that means that she captivates the audience. So I haven't gone back to listen to anything that she's did before. So this is the only song I know from her. So here's how the song sounds like. So that is Ira Losco's Walk on Water, which is Malta's entry. So hopefully it does well. Malta's a small country, so they don't have a lot of neighbor countries. So right now their song is what can actually win them the contest. So hopefully people just vote for the song, And then for my first spot, of course, Russia. Russia is my favorite song this year. Last year they were robbed. Like I stated previously, I wanted Italy or Russia to win. So I think this is Russia's response to really wanting to win this year. They picked a really good singer. He's a great performer. I'm wishing the best for him. I hope he wins. So the singer is Sergei Lazarev, and his song is called "You're the Only One." And I'll let you guys listen to a little bit of what the song sounds like. So I want this is the song that I want to win this year. It's become a lot of people's favorite as well. So I think what's gonna make a difference in this is actually the whole performance, because I've seen him perform the song seen videos of him perform it live, and it's not on like a huge stage, so it's not gonna be like the same what of what it's gonna look like on the Eurovision stage. But I don't want him to just base the whole performance on just his dancers. So, incorporate more of the lights and other things like that to make the whole performance interesting, because, that makes a huge difference in people's voting and I guess the judges. Because I think that's one of the major reasons why Sweden won last year, because they had all that animations and kind of a story that was a little bit different to what the people were used to seeing in the show. So you have to make it, aside from having a good song, visually pleasing. So it gets people's attention, and then they won't forget your performance. So this goes for all the other songs as well, because sometimes you get a great song and then you have a horrible performance that it's really forgettable. So this is why Sweden does so well in the contest, because every time they send a song, even if it's just an average song, they have something interesting to show in the performance, and that's why they score well every single year, or most of the time. And that's gonna make a difference for him winning this, because I think he's one of the ones with the most views, and I guess the most most people's favorites as of right now. So you can't really base off him winning just because of that. But the staging is going to make a huge difference in all of these songs. So that's what I'm nervous for, because from what I've seen, it's just been dancing, and that's what everybody else does every year. So, if he wants to really win this, and if Russia really wants to win, they have to make this an interesting performance, because they got the song. They had the song down. It's a very strong song. So, they usually do really ballads. So, I really hope he does win. It can help his career a lot. I like a lot of his previous songs, and aside from him getting, basically every entry Russia sends, they get some hate because of their political situation. So just put that aside, because the song, it's a song contest. It's not a political contest. So, when you hear people boo, or just boo whenever they get the 12 points or whatever, put that aside. Who cares? Because it's just a song contest. It's not a political type of thing. And it's not like the guy's trying to insult everybody else on his song. So, it's not like the song's trying to offend anybody. So, that's what I'm hoping for all of these performances, that they get an interesting stage, because it can become easily forgettable, and then then just a random song gets all the attention because of the interesting performance. Other than that, I'm just really excited to see what Stockholm is going to be like. This year's show, Austria did a really good job last year with their whole opening. So it's going to be difficult to top Austria's stage last year, because it's been a while since there has been a really good stage structure and everything of how it was last year. I like how the logos and everything has been shown, but this year the voting changed just a little bit. They are basing it like they do on Melodifestivalen, which is how the voting system is when Sweden selects their song for the contest. So it's gonna be, I think, the judges votes per country, and then on the very, very last minute they will reveal the votes from the public and then add it up to see who was the winner. I think it's more interesting that way, because when you're especially the last few years, you really have to wait. We only have to wait half the show to see who's gonna win, because a certain song gets just a tremendous amount of votes, and there's a huge gap in like the middle of the show, so you're like bored already to see who's gonna. Well, you already know who's gonna win by midway when you're watching the show. So what's the point of staying and watching the end? So it makes it more, I guess, more entertaining to watch. To wait to the very end now to see who won, and not just like know by the middle of the show who's gonna win. So because it can completely turn tables with the people's votes. Hopefully, there's obviously going to be countries voting for their neighboring countries, but usually the contest selects within the best songs, so it hasn't failed that much in that aspect. But with other songs that are really good, they just get barely any votes, so it's kind of disappointing for some of the singers that just walk out with like 2 or 3 points, or like just 10, and then the winner walks out with 300. So that's what I'm hoping for every year, that it gets more about the song rather than just voting for your neighboring country. So if you watch the show, or you're from Europe, or who, tell me which songs you like, or which song or which country you want to win. And if you have any more questions, if you're from like North America, maybe I can answer them for you, since I don't really want to make the video any much longer, because obviously to explain the show in more detailed way, it takes a lot longer, and I don't want to make a really long video. So I'll see you on the before I end this, there is gonna, so this is why I wanted to make a video for this channel. What the Australian entry, which is the second time they get to participate, they have a Korean singer, which is Dami Im, I think that's her name, and she won the I think the X Factor for Australia, and I think she has some Korean songs, or like a Korean single, but didn't do anything for her, so she just stays in Australia and has a couple of songs. So then I like it. They're bringing more diversity to this whole thing, so I'm excited to see. I mean, the song was okay, but I wasn't gonna put, it wasn't in my top at all compared to the other songs. But if you want to check her song out, just type Eurovision Song Contest Australia, and then you'll see her. So you get to see her song. She's a very good singer, though, but that's one of the reasons why I uploaded this. And to just share it with like the North American subscribers, because K-pop really broadens your music taste. So I'm trying to spread more music aside from K-pop, and hopefully if you guys end up liking the show, we could get to talk more about it once once it's closer to the final, which is the first or like the second week of May. So thank you if you stuck this long. I know I ramble a lot, so I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll be uploading like a small haul of some stuff I got this month, since I didn't really buy a lot, because I'm waiting on the comebacks that are gonna be released near the end of the month. So I'm just gonna save up a little bit on that, and then next month most likely I will be traveling, so there won't be any hauls till like September. But I'll still buy stuff, but I won't have it since I won't be in my house. So thank you for watching, and see you on the next video again. Bye.